Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every week. This week's video is part of my top 5 series for 2022. It is my top 5 wellness planners / journals. So these can be planners that center around your overall wellness and like self-care, or journals that do that. I'm really excited to share these because this was a requested video to kind of gather my favorites of these that I have reviewed. Once again, for those that haven't watched any of my top 5 series, so far this year, we've done the top 5 daily and the top 5 weekly. Now we're doing the top 5 wellness. There will be still to come the top 5 hourly planners with weekly layouts, and then a top 5 goal planners, and this year a top 5 notebooks / journals, like not guided journals, but like my favorite journals and notebooks. This year, I'm having more in my top 5 series than ever. So let's jump in. We are just going to start with our coils, and then we will move on to the bound books, or maybe I'll go in a different order. I might go in the order that's on my clipboard, because that's probably the best idea so I don't get mixed up. So let's start with JMB Living. JMB stands for Joyful, Mindful, Balanced Living. This is a journal, but it can also be used as a daily planner, and you'll see that as we do our little look inside. I do have full reviews of 2 of her seasons up here on YouTube, and the seasons that aren't here on YouTube, I reviewed on IGTV. This was her first full year to have her journals out, and they have done amazing. My community has loved them. It's actually one of my favorite new products of the last year. Also, please excuse my voice. I have a little bit of drainage today, so please excuse my voice if it's very raspy and deeper than normal. Okay, so Julie is the creator of this beautiful journal daily planner. There's a little message from her on the back. It changes every quarter. So you get a quarterly journal, and it is based on seasonality. She is a yoga teacher, and she also brings all of that into this beautiful planner journal. It is also incorporated in here. She brings in a lot of other women. So anyone can submit to be included in this journal. They are all different things that are included in here. It's inspiration from women all over, and then you get to learn about their blog or their Instagram and go check out someone new. This inspiration is all throughout, and it is based on her weekly themes, which change every quarter. The weekly themes are based on the seasonality for that quarter. It is a really amazing product. It is printed in the USA, and you can see all the colors for fall in this one. This fall one, the full walkthrough is on IGTV, but like I said, 2 of her other seasons are here on YouTube, and I will link those up here. Inside, we're not going to do the full walkthrough because I do have that up. Every season has the same flow, but different colors come into every season, different pictures and different themes based on the season. So first, let me just give you all the pricing and the basic information. This has a lot of options and different ways to subscribe. Digital is $17. If you are just purchasing one to try it, it's $44.95. This is a subscription option is $38.25, and that is where you're paying $38.25 every 3 months, you're billed for the subscription. And then for the whole year is your biggest savings at $143.84 for the entire year for the annual package. So there are lots of different ways to try this out. I also have a 20% off code if it is your first purchase from JMB Living. Amanda20 will take 20% off whatever one of those options you want to go with. If you're doing the subscription option where you're billed every 3 months, though, it's only going to take 20% off of your first billing. If you are doing the year subscription, though, you can take 20% off your year. First of all, the year subscription is already your biggest savings. If you go out and divide that, out by 4 quarters and then take 20% off that. So that is your most amazing price. If you're sure that you're going to love it, definitely that's an amazing bargain to go with. This is 80-pound paper. There is color on every page. It is a smooth paper, but not slick at all. It's not the buttery, silky feel at all, not like plum paper. It's just a smooth paper, not with really a lot of tooth to it, but it takes pen really well. It takes any pen really well. I tried out all my pens in here, and here is your pen test page. Absolutely seeing nothing ghosting through to me at all. Here is your page layout. You get a full page per day. It is dated, and you have abundance in my life, today's affirmation, one thing I can do today to move me toward creating my dreams, today's commitment to self-care, my best win, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. And then my day, you can use this for, if you're using this as a daily planner, you can make your daily list here or your appointments. If you're using this more as a secondary planner, like a wellness, self-care, journaling planner, then you can just journal about your day here, or you can use it for scripting your day out ahead of time there. So there's just a lot of flexibility. Every single day you have some kind of a little gem here, whether it's a quote or a challenge to do something or an affirmation. So there is a little something on every page. In between your pages is where you get the highlights of the women and the motivation from them. I think it's like a feeling of community. When you get to your weekends share a page. And so you just have some lines for whatever you want to use that for on the weekend. My best win, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. That is your weekends. You always have kind of a bigger thing on your weekend here, like Sunday is World Mental Health Day and some information about that. And then at the end of your week, you have another feature. I mean, look at the beautiful color in this. It has the feel of like a magazine, a life coach, a planner, a journal, a wellness check-in, and a guided journal, like all in one, really. Every single week you have a theme. So week 2 in October is self-nurture. You have a mindful moment challenge every week. And you have this page that reflects on the past week and then thinking about the week ahead. So this page comes for every single week. It's kind of like your weekly introduction page, your dashboard. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else big I should mention. I will just flip through here so you can get a look. Sometimes there's recipes in here too, and it's just beautiful. The paper smells amazing. The paper feels amazing. Every single month you get for some goals, but she calls them dream steps, but goals or dreams under spiritual, relationships, abundance, health, growth, and fun. You have 2 habit trackers every single month, one to make and one to break. I love that. Those are things that I feel like are not too many I can focus on. It's just focusing on one to make, one to break. That is the flow of this journal. In the front, you do have monthly spreads here, and all these pictures change based on the season of the journal. You have a vision of my ideal life, and you have an annual stream page where to plan that out and then break it down by the season. So this is your fall season journal. It's October, November, December. And they are also printed at a local printer near Julie in the USA. And so it is like really just homegrown. There haven't been any other coloring pages that I remember. So this is like maybe a rare find in here, and I think came from this submission from Heather. I haven't read that submission yet, so I'm not sure. Every month's habit tracker looks a little bit different too, based on that month. It's a really beautiful, fun journal. I also think it would be a fun thing to do along with a sister or a really good friend. My friend Tara and I, she's at homeschool with me on Instagram. We are in real life friends. We have decided, she challenged me or asked me to do November in this journal with her. And then we're going to do probably an IG, a live on Instagram to just discuss our feelings, because this has been one of my favorite products that I have reviewed, but I just haven't found time to jump in and really give it a consistent try for a month. Tara is already using it and loving it. And so in November, that is the month that I will be trying this out. And if you want to follow along, you can check me out on Instagram, because that's where I will be sharing that. Okay, so this was number 1 in my top 5 wellness planners / journals. I also wanted to say that these are not like food and fitness wellness planners, because a lot of times those type of planners can go under this category also. I decided to make this video only. This is for like your self-care, your overall well-being. This is not for food and fitness tracking and like a weight loss type of planner. I didn't include any of those in this video. All right, number 2 is absolutely stunning. It is also printed and made locally in the USA in California where Jen Simpson Design is based. Jen Simpson Design is a company that I believe started out with like wedding invitations and beautiful paper products. And she has grown into making these beautiful journals and other paper products. And they are absolutely stunning. Just the paper, the thick covers, everything she makes looks stunning. And these, not only are they stunning, but they are so functional. And I feel like one of the best wellness planners journals that I've reviewed this year. So let's get into this one on my pen test page. These are just a couple of hers. She has more. This is the Happiness. This is the Just Breathe. And this is the Flourish. I am not going to go through these two because these are in my full review on YouTube. So is this one. So these are all walked through in my YouTube review, and that will be linked down in the description. All the videos, if you're interested in any of these, will be linked down in the description, as well as all the discount codes will be linked down there and any affiliate links that I might have. This journal was specifically made to help with anxiety, her Just Breathe. This little Flourish journal is a space for growth and inspiration, and it has like 2 pages per day here, grateful for, exciting things like hydration, activity level, sleep, mood, reflections, free thoughts. All the full walkthroughs of these are up on YouTube, like I said. And then this is her big happiness one. It's the one I did my pen test in and that we're going to look at the page in. Here is the pen test. It's on 80-pound amazing paper. I have a 10% off code, Amanda10 will give you 10% off. This one is $32. It's 8.5 by 11. And here is my pen test, and there is nothing on the back of these pages. So it's really easy to see that there is absolutely no bleed through, and you can hardly even see the pages written on. And that really shows through when there's no print on the other side of the page. At the end, you get a reflection here. And starting out, you start with 3 mantras, 5 things to quit, 5 things to remember, and goals for the year. So this one is really focused on being a full year for you if you wish to use it that way. You have a whole week on a page. I love how the back of every page is left blank, and you can either use that for journaling, for sticking in pictures, putting in ticket stubs, anything you want, you could put here for the week, and it kind of lives on the page of the week, as a 2-page spread. Or you don't have to fill it in at all. You don't need to feel pressured to fill it in at all. So it's there for you if you want it or not. And I just like that option. It's undated, so you can start absolutely anytime. Your whole week is on one big page. I really like that. It seems like you get a whole big scope of the week and how it went. I am grateful for, so just one thing you're grateful for, and 3 good things from today. That is it. That's all you fill out every day. It is so simple. It is literally just tiny. It's like filling out 3-4 lines a night. And then wrapping up the week, highlights of the week, which I personally would fill in as the week goes on so that I don't forget, lessons learned, and reflections on the week. I just love that one weekly page encompassing all that good. I know how much focusing on gratitude and thinking of what happened today that was good changes my perspective and can really then change like our whole focus and even the chemicals in our brain. There are a couple other reflections stuck in here and features, and I go through all that in my YouTube video. So if you're interested, that is linked down below. That is Jen Simpson Design and her guided wellness journals. She has even more than this on her site. And if you are purchasing, don't forget to use the code Amanda10. That link is down here in the description. All right, Silk Sonder, I just recently did a review here on YouTube. So this is a very recent review up there. And this is a subscription service also. It's a planner that comes, though not quarterly, every single month you get a new planner. And it truly is a full planner. You have a weekly vertical spread, but you also have a lot devoted to wellness and overall well-being in here and mental health. So you get this new journal every month. And I know you're thinking, what is the price on it for getting a new planner every month? It's actually very affordable. It's $19.95 a month if you just are doing it on a monthly basis. If you subscribe quarterly, you save a little bit by $18. And if you subscribe annually, you save a lot more, making it only $14.90 a month. They have 70-pound paper. The cover is thicker at 100 pound. It is 7 by 8.5. It's a very small portable book. You can do so much with the weekly spreads since they are just really light graph grid. You could use them as a time for time blocking or appointments if you need to put those times in. If not, you could just use them as your daily list. Here's my pen test on this side. Let's look at it on the back of this page. Like I said, it was 70-pound paper. I mean, you can see how, a tiny bit like the other page has been written on, but nothing is bleeding through or coming through darkly. Now that we're here, let's look at the weekly layout here, or the weekly dashboard is what I kind of call this. You have a look. This is before every single weekly layout. You have a look at the whole month and the week that you're on highlighted. Weekly to-dos. This week I want to feel. Weekly major 3 goals. Habits or activities to track for that week. Meal plan for the week. Mind and body health plan for the week. To think about what are you going to do for your mind and body every day. I really love thinking ahead to that. I find if I don't think ahead to where I'm going to schedule that, then that is where it's really hard to fit it in. Shopping list and a great food from the week, memory from the week, and song from the week. And then you go into your weekly layouts. Let's look at there's a lot of beauty in here too, you guys. Every month there is different colors, coordinating with the month. There is an instruction sheet because there are a lot of different things in this monthly planner to be able to utilize and kind of their ideas on how to use them. You do have a monthly layout, and then you have your next 4 months at a glance. Since it's just a monthly planner sent you every month, you can pre-plan there. You have reflections from the last month. You have intentions coming up for that month, a mood tracker, a habit tracker with room to track several habits on there. Every month, this is a little bit different because every month has a different theme. This September theme is joy. And so you have some things in here that focus on joy, like this joy log, but that will be different for another month. You have a sleep tracker. You have some journaling prompts. And like this goes along with the theme, a joy sketch, the joy gumball machine. And they tell you, their thoughts on how to use each one of those. You get a recipe every single month. So it kind of flows with the seasons on what kind of recipes they're giving you. I think that's really fun. You have a notes there. And then you have just some different things every month. They're not always the same. Here's a coloring page. My favorites for that month. Some more notes. This is all for September. A monthly expense tracker. And then you go into your first week in September. It's your weekly dashboard, your weekly layout, and then a 2-page note spread, and then a weekly dashboard, a weekly layout, and then you have a notes. And this one currently, loving, feeling, enjoying, anticipating, wishing, reading, watching, and planning. And I do go more into depth in this in the full review. And I also have the August one to show you kind of like what the differences are in 2 different months side by side. It is just a fun thing to receive every single month a new planner. You could definitely use this as your only planner, or you could utilize it as just your wellness and check-in every day. And you could use this for journaling or whatever kind of tracking you want to do if you're not using this as your main agenda planner, like planning things out. That is Silk and Sonder. This planner is called the Self-Care Planner. So it is just telling you right up front what it is. It is by Simple Self Co. It is beautifully made and sustainably made. It is also made in the USA, and being sustainable really matters to this company. So I love that. It's a beautiful linen cover. It is a portable size and weight. This one happens to be their daily, but they also have a weekly option. So definitely check out their website if it looks like you're interested in that. I do have my full review of this up on YouTube will be linked down in the description. The main part of this planner is you do get a full page per day. This, with the name being the Self-Care Planner, it is all about self-care and wellness and checking in that way every week, every day. So let's look at the pen test first. This is 70-pound paper. This is a 6-month undated option here. So that means you get full pages for Saturday and Sunday, or if you skip some days because it's undated, you don't have to feel bad that you've wasted any pages. You can pick it up when you need it, put it down when you don't. If you only use it on weekdays, or if it's only something you use on the weekend because you have a different planner for work, there's just all kinds of flexibility with it being undated. I do have a 15% off code, AMANDA15. All those codes will be down in the description, so you don't need to remember them. But that gives you 15% off your first purchase. This planner is $40, And like I said, it's made in the USA in LA and sustainably made. Here is our pin test on the back. If you look, there's absolutely no bleed through. And you can barely even tell, that there was any writing on the back of the page. Here's a look at your page layout per day, where you would write the date, I am grateful for, your top goal for the day, circle the day of the week, and then the weather icon. You have a schedule layout from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m., but then you do have 3 evening slots. So if you needed to go until much later at night, you do have 3 more slots there. You could go to 8, 9, 10 if you wanted to go in order there. That is an option. You have a self-care box per day, an exercise box per day, water tracking every day, and meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you do have to-do tick-off boxes every day. It's just a very simple page layout, but including really important parts of self-care. Self-care every day, what are you going to do there? A top goal, something you're grateful for, and exercise, along with the water and meals. So those are not normal things that are in your daily planner layout. You also get a weekly page here. On your weekly page, it's the week of. You have a quote. You have a personal to-do tick-off line and a work to-do, and then a place to prioritize those by number when you go back through and think about the week. Tracking your sleep for the week, tracking your overall mood for the week, habit tracking for the week. There is 7 slots here to track 7 habits and a little reward box there. So that is your weekly layout. Your weekly kind of dashboard page before all your daily pages. You have a monthly review page, thinking about your mood, thinking about next month, what you want to focus on, what was most challenging this month, kind of rating your current satisfaction in these areas: self-care, mood, diet, fitness, stress, productivity, and life balance, to think about where you want to go. It is an undated daily planner, but you do get monthly spreads, which you can date on your own. And on the monthly spread, there are boxes for positive self-talk, treat yourself, act of kindness, and don't forget. Personal goals for every month, notes, work goals, and notes over here. So those are your monthly layouts. They actually have quite a good amount going on in the beginning here for you to do, like a self-care assessment, then build your self-care map, set up reoccurring self-care acts, a self-care cheat sheet, like ideas for you under different categories, create your vision of balance. You have setting your goals in different categories, designing your ideal routine, your year at a glance, monthly intentions. So there is quite a lot to this. It's a full-on planner, but just with a focus on self-care, but a full-on daily planner. They also have a weekly one, like I said. So if this interests you, definitely check out my full review here on YouTube. And if you make a purchase, remember to use the code AMANDA15 for 15% off. That is the self-care planner. Next up is Monk Manual. This has made it into my top 5 daily planners video in past years. But this year I decided to include it because I was doing this new category. I've not done this top 5 before in my top 5 wellness planners, because Monk Manual really focuses on your overall wellness and well-being. It fits perfectly into this category. It is a daily planner, but with a big focus on that. You have a monthly 2-page spread, a weekly 2-page dashboard spread, and then a daily 2-page spread for every day. This planner is undated. So once again, all those positives that come with undated, being the flexibility of it, you get in here. It is 90 days worth, so 3 months. It's 8.5 by 5.5. It's 256 pages total. The paper is 80 pound, amazing thick, beautiful paper. Takes pen really well, not slick at all. So being undated, you also get full pages for Saturday and Sunday if you so choose, or however you want to use those. I have actually tried out this planner for a little bit, and so you can see that I have used it, and I really love the premise and the setup of this planner. Let's look at a blank daily page. I also do have a discount for Monk Manual. It is with the code AMANDASFAVORITES. It's 10% off. And something I should tell you is he gives you a big discount if you purchase more than one. So if you just purchase one, it covers 90 days and it's $38. And you can use my 10% off code, AMANDASFAVORITES. But if you purchase 2, I believe there's a 10% discount. It's all on his site, and you can still stack my code on that. Amanda's Favorites. If you purchase 3, there's a discount and you can stack my code. 4 is your biggest discount. I think he's giving you a 20% off discount. So if you purchase for the full year at once, 20% off, and then you can stack my code, Amanda's Favorites. So that would mean you are getting 30% off of every planner. So that is pretty amazing. If you're looking at using it for sure, like you're going to commit to it, then definitely look at buying the set for the year, because that is the biggest discount and you can use my code Amanda's Favorites. Okay, here is your page layout. You get a date, a habit that you're working on. I think it's like whatever habit you're focusing on that month in general or that week, you're going to rewrite up there because you are going to look and see if you do that day. You have a top 3, which I always base my daily lists on, but I like how the first one has like that nice highlighting there because it lets me know this is like the one thing to get done for that day. And so the number 1 is highlighted. Prepare priority. To do, you have to do tick-offs. You have I am grateful for, so you can either do that in the morning or the evening. 3 things you're grateful for. I am looking forward to. I would say, of course, that should be done in the morning typically. But if I don't fill it out in the morning, I'd fill it out at night. And that's what I'm looking forward to the next day. You have from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and half-hour slots in between. And you have several lines before 6 a.m. and several lines after 10 p.m. So you could definitely go earlier or later. And then you have here on this side, this is your reflection journaling at the end of the day. Ways I can give, highlights from the day. So those might be, the 3 good things that happened that day. I was at my best when, I felt unrest when, and one way I can improve tomorrow, a little space, and then a note space, whether you want to journal at the end of the day, script out your day beforehand like longhand, or if those are just for little notes throughout the day. So that is your daily page. Your weekly dashboard, I really like too. You're thinking of your top 3 you're going to do for the week, and you're circling the date, to-dos, and then you're thinking of personal growth for the week, relationships growth for the week, I'm looking forward to. And here's your reflection at the end of the week. Your biggest accomplishments, 3 of them, your habit insights, your meaningful moments, God is teaching me, and one way I can improve next week. And then you have just a notes space and a habit tracker for the whole week to take it back to see it at a week at a glance, not just your day. There are 3 Grow Grain ribbon markers in here, which I think is essential in this planner and work perfectly because you can every day you can flip back to your week to see what you want to pull off your weekly to-do list, what were your priorities for the week, and to refocus yourself. Your monthly layout is just a little monthly spread that you have to date because it's undated. You write what habit you're working on for that month, and then what do you want to work on? What are your priorities for that month? A top 5, and the first one highlighted. And here is a monthly check-in, thumbs up or thumbs down just to check off. Relationships, physical, so your physical body, your spiritual, your work or vocation, your personal growth, and your play. One change I can make in the next month that will make the biggest impact. One question I'd like to answer this month. Biggest accomplishments, relationships I'm grateful for, greatest insight gained, and then a notes room for the month. This planner, there is a lot of information on his site. Also has a lot of information here up front. So definitely check out his site if you're interested in it. But my full review video of this and a couple of his other products will be linked down here in the description. There's a how to use this book and why he developed it. There was a lot of thought went into this. This is a really good one, you guys. It's a very nice vegan leather cover with forest green and just that camel color. It looks classy for ladies or guys and has a forest green ribbon there on it. I'm a big fan of Monk Manual. If you do make a purchase, don't forget to use my code Amanda's Favorites. Last but not least is Harlow Grey and a Good Life Planner. This one is really just focused on self-care, wellness, but their Good Daily Planner has a lot of elements in it with self-care and wellness too. These are all in a review video along with their weekly planner that will be linked down below. So I'm not going to go over this one today, but I just wanted to let you know there is another option if you more just want a little bit less self-care check-in, but you still want some, but you want more of a planning agenda with just the self-care check-in. Check this one out in my video. We are going to focus on the Harlow Grey A Good Life Planner today. This is a pretty thick book, you guys, because there's a lot included in here. You get 3 grosgrain ribbon markers. Let's turn to my information page. This planner is a daily planner where you get a 2-page spread per day. It is $33. It is also available on Amazon as well as their website, so that just might make it more enticing for those of you who love to order off Amazon. It's undated. It's 5.7 by 8.5. It has 120 GSM 80-pound paper, so just really thick paper. It's smooth, but I wouldn't call it slick, but it is a really pretty smooth paper. This planner is 280 pages. Let's look at a daily page layout where I have not written anything. This is the daily page section, so there is some beautiful abstract art and quotes, like really calming colors throughout, and they have each section labeled. This is your daily. Each day you get this 2-page daily spread. You have morning planning and then evening reflection. And then you have your schedule for the day, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and your mood every hour of the day if you so choose to track that. You circle the day of the week and write the date. And your morning planning says today's affirmation, today I'm excited about, most important personal tasks, most important work tasks, tiny habits to schedule in, and one kind thing I can do today. Your evening reflection, tonight I'm grateful for this belonging that makes my life more comfortable. I'm grateful for this moment that warmed my heart or this experience that enriched my life. I am particularly grateful for this person. I felt good about myself when I was not my best self when. How I'll improve tomorrow, and notes. So it is really taking like just 2 minutes in the morning to really think about how you want your day to go, and 2 minutes in the evening to reflect on that day. And then every hour of the day, this could either be your agenda schedule or time blocking, what you plan to get done every hour of the day. Or if you have a separate planner and you want this just to be focused on your wellness, it can really be a check-in every hour of the day with how you're feeling. Or if you did something that was really, amazing in that hour, made you feel invigorated and good, to record that so that you can look back and remember, that is what makes me feel amazing. That is what fills my cup. So that is your daily page. Your weekly layout, you get a 2-page weekly layout per week. And once again, that is sectioned off, and they have the 3 ribbons to help you out. Your weekly layout is your week of, this week's projects, 3 of them, to-dos, who will I make meaningful connections with this week? 3 people. What kind acts can I do to uplift others and myself? And how will I make this week a good one? Planning for the week. So that could be writing your big appointments in. It could be planning out something like self-care or filling your cup every day that you're going to do. Your weekend is combined. It could also be like dinner plans, so you can really use it however you wish. Reflection, this week's insights, celebrate the wins, woohoo, and how I'll improve next week. Then you have a monthly layout here where you have 3 habits you can track, uplifting people to connect with, joyful activities to pursue, this month's top goal. And that is your undated monthly spreads. And in the beginning, you have a little section with kind of going through all the different categories, like intellectual, physical, financial, social, all these different categories that are, part of your well-being. They give you tips on every category, and they kind of take an assessment for how you're doing in each category so you can decide what you really want to focus on. They give you a lot of guidance in here with each step. And that is your A Good Life Planner by Harlow and Grey. All right, guys, this top 5 was a little bit different than my other top 5. I didn't have a top 5 and then top 5 runner-ups because these were just my 6 favorites. So although it's called a top 5 wellness, I didn't want to have a top 5 and then 1 runner-up. There really wasn't a division like that. So these are just my top 6. I guess I should have called this video, but it just wouldn't fit in the series then. So this is my top 5 wellness planners, but you got 6 of them. I hope that you got some good ideas if you're looking for a wellness planner or journal, more like along the guided journal lines like the JMB Living or the Jen Simpson journals that I shared. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would really love to hear them. Don't forget that all those full review videos along with discount codes are all down below, linked in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.